All right, we are live. 3, 2, and 1. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys doing? I hope you are having a great week. We're already almost through January. I hope that you are watching these recordings and helping yourself get the support that you need, because that is why I come on here each and every week. And this week, we're going to be looking at movement meditation. As we do this, you're going to be releasing stress, releasing anxiety from your body. And the biggest thing to keep in mind is, especially those of us who drive, who sit at the desk, who have clients here, who are on our phones, whether you're working for yourself like I do at home, or whether you're working for somebody else, if you're sitting all day, it actually is detrimental to your body. It affects your blood pressure, it affects your nervous system, it affects like your lymph system. Things aren't moving, things aren't flowing. And so oftentimes we have this mindset experience of, I don't have time, I don't want to get sweaty, I don't, fill in the blank. I don't want to fill in the blank, or I'll do it later, fill in the blank, right? And I'm sure you've heard this, if you fail to plan, then you're totally planning to fail. This works with your health as well. The other thing is, if your digestive system isn't really getting that flowing happening, then when you're eating, you're just feeling kind of down and kind of groggy. If your body is not active, you're really just sort of kind of in a sluggy mindset. You might feel brain fog more often. You might feel less energized. There's so many things that happen that affect you. Even the brain is affected. It starts to get kind of depressed and heavy, starts to get clogged. And this actually helps to flush out your system. No joke. It gets your breathing going, so you get more. You get your blood flow going, so you get more. It's flushing it out. You have little lymph nodes. These little, sometimes if you get sick, you might feel them kind of swell. Sometimes you might feel them under your arm. They might be like, oh, that's a little tender. You might feel them in your groin. Every bendy part of your body has these little lymph balls. Right? They're super soft, so you won't even notice. It's like a little lima bean. And the thing is, people don't realize this. We think that the body just does its own thing. The heart beats, right? But the heart actually doesn't beat all of the blood through. Some of your movement actually does help with that too. But anyways, that's another story. The lymph system doesn't have a pumping system like the heart does. So it just kind of hangs out there. But what happens is when you move, so imagine there's a little ball right here and I swoosh it when I move. And so anything that's in that little ball smushes out. That's how your lymph system works. So when you're moving your arms, the little squishy balls that are under there, it begins to move the lymph system. So as you're doing these squishy, right? Squishy here, you might not think about it. Wow, there's lymph in every bendy, every bendy part. So your neck, up, down. If you're sitting the same way all the time, there's no squishing happening. So this is actually going to help that. It also helps your central nervous system calm down. It helps your brain as it's kind of clearing these things out and not thinking about the worries. It's also calming down. It helps you to literally feel safer. It helps you to feel stronger. It helps you to feel cared for and nurtured, because that's exactly what you're doing. Now, some of us have different issues with our back, our neck, our legs, and walking is an issue. So doing this stuff standing up can't really be done. That's fine. You could do it all laying down, right? And then you're like, well, but I'm at work. I can't bring a towel. You're good. So you could lay it down wherever you are. If you're like, oh, I can't get up, do it in your chair. There is no reason you can't do this. If you're telling yourself you can't, that's just a mindset. We've got to get through that. That first block is the I can't, I don't have enough times, whatever that looks like and sounds like. Now I'm going to do this standing up, but you can do everything that I'm showing you seated or laying down. You could even do more, right? I'm not going to be doing push-ups and stuff like that, but you can have, little 2-pounders, right? Or even your own weight as you do this. It's going to get tired because you're not used to doing it, for one. And just because of repetition, your own arms carry some weight, right? So it's important to keep these things in mind. You don't have to go out and be extravagant. You don't have to be extreme, right? Like if you do 50 of these, that's extreme enough. You can hold 2 bottles of water and do just like the same thing. Even if you just say, for example, you picked up a stapler and you're like, something similar to the weight of that would be, let's see, this phone in the phone case. Okay, cool. I could feel that same weight. You could do that. Or you could just do one thing while you're on the phone. Hey there, talking to you, getting stuff done, helping you out. All right, I'm super glad you're my client. I'm taking care of you. Over to this side. All right, cool. So we got that done. We got that done. And, there's typing and stuff in between. Just that simple. So I just want to share those ideas with you because one of the things that I help people take a look at is their mindset. What stories are you making up? What are you telling yourself that's creating this experience of self-sabotage? And guys, I do this work because it's also helping me, right? I would have to say last year I did struggle with movement. I was doing really well and then I got hurt again. I have different issues with my neck and back. And then I also started stressing a bit. And so I was just like, oh, I'll get to it. And I would get to it eventually, but that meant only once a week. And then there were some weeks, if I didn't get that, then that was nothing that week, right? So I'm not saying any of this stuff because it's like, oh, we're so great. You just get right back on track, not beating yourself up, not judging yourself. So use today to get right back on track. Love and nurture yourself. Be supportive with yourself. Okay. So that said, being able to help yourself see that as you practice this, you're moving into a more successful mindset, a more successful body experience, a more successful spiritual experience. So this is helping your mind, body, and your spirit, right? I'm going to share my screen with you guys as I usually do, just to give you a little bit more on the visual side of things, because it just opens up our mind in that regard. All right. Looks like you can see it over there. Are we on the right screen? I want to make sure we're on the right screen. Hang on for me 1 second. I'm going to make sure I reshare that because I think I was on the screen that I'm showing you Zoom and we don't need that one. Apologize. Okay. So those of you who commented on this, as far as like, yes, I could totally see that sitting is much like smoking. It's worse. It's actually worse. It affects your breathing, slows it down. It affects your mind. It slows it down. It affects your range of motion. And like I mentioned, the lymph system and your heart, your blood, your stress. It affects all of those different things. So thank you guys for commenting on the post. Please do comment anytime, any questions that you have. I'll make sure to answer them here on the live with you. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you, when we do this, not only are we preventing those other things, but we're increasing your dopamine, your oxytocin, your serotonin, and your endorphins. And there's so many other things too, by the way. Like I mentioned, you're increasing range of motion. You're increasing that flow in your lymph system. You're helping your body to detox. You're increasing that mood that you're seeing over there. You're giving yourself care. You're also changing your mindset to I'm someone who takes care of myself. No excuses. I don't let those things get in my way. All right, so let's do this together. You could either get up or stay seated, whatever it looks like for you. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing before I do that, or as we do that. I want you to notice as we do this, what you're increasing. Notice, what emotion do you feel right now? Well, nothing really, just feeling kind of apathy, kind of feeling flat. Actually, I'm kind of angry at somebody, or I'm just feeling kind of guilty for not taking care of myself, or, I'm actually feeling kind of angry at my kids today, or, just nothing. I'm just like stuck in this. Okay, just notice. And notice that it's a choice that you could bring yourself up into a new level. Think about it like a frequency. Think about it like I don't know if this is the right one or not. No, it's not. Dang it. Okay. So anyways, think about it like a music mixer, right? The board that has all the dials. Think about it like you're at 1 and you're going to lower that. I'm going to lower my apathy and I'm going to increase my joy. I'm going to lower my anger and I'm going to increase my willingness. I'm going to lower my guilt and I'm going to increase my love. Just think about it like that. I had a picture of it, but I don't think I downloaded it. So think about it like you're in charge of that mixer. You're in charge of changing the channel and changing that frequency to where it is you want it to be. So we're going to keep that in mind as you're moving forward into this. Okay, now this is going to get a little warm. This isn't about sweating or anything like that, but as it's getting a little warmer here today, and I've got the light on. So I'm going to walk you through it. Oh, let me go ahead and stop screen share so you can see it a little bit bigger. I'm going to walk you through this, and there's no wrong way, okay? And I've got some little names that I created to help make it a good reminder, but there's nothing that you have to do, and I wrote them down. So for example, I like to start from the top. There's no reason you have to, but it reminds me what I'm doing with my body. So this is your meditation. I don't want you to be like, oh, what am I going to do next? I want you to just relax into that. So with my mind, I'm reminding myself to relax. With my mind, I'm releasing and relaxing all of my muscles. With my mind, I'm allowing myself to think about something beautiful, like a waterfall washing over me, or beautiful light washing over me. I'm just allowing that to continue. Just taking a few seconds as it happens, and my body's feeling even more released and relaxed. Just letting go, it just feels really good. So my mind is becoming clearer and more relaxed. Everything's just kind of floating out of it. You notice there's a little bit of a headache. I notice there's a little bit of tension down my neck. And notice there's a little bit of tightness in my chest. Oh, that's releasing. Notice my neck's a little tight, so I'm just adding some stretching to it that isn't even included yet. Do what your body feels like doing. And so when it's called movement meditation, you're allowing yourself to do whatever it is you feel your body needs. I'm just going to walk you through some examples, but you do what feels right, if it even feels different than what I'm telling you now, right? So what I just did, I call it mind melt. Just melting stuff away, allowing your mind and body to get washed off with music, with light. You're outside, or you imagine being outside with the wind, right? I like to think of God's love pouring down over me. Any one of those things. You imagine that you love the ocean and you're swimming in the ocean, and that feeling of the ocean just caressing over your body, or you're in a bathtub in the bubbles, whatever it is that feels good, feeling it washing over your mind, that mind melt, right? And now we're going into just squeeze your face, right? The stress face squeeze. And let go. Do it again. Let go. You don't have to make noise, but you can. The noises help you kind of release. Now, what you just did is you took all the micro muscles in your face and you squeezed them on purpose, which normally, and actually I notice when I do that, I'm actually squeezing more because it takes that to squeeze my face. Then when you relax, you're like, wow, there's a lot going on there. You hold stress in your face, your head, your shoulders. You hold stress everywhere. We often hold stress in our jaw. Even if you're not a biter, you might still kind of hold your jaw just a little, or your muscles might be moving around, but you're not even aware of it, right? Because no one sees it. You can't see it, but you're like, wow, it's really tight. So the next one we're going to move into is we're going to move into the yummy yawn. And I say yummy yawn because we're going to do it like, it looks like you're eating, but you're really not. Another name for it, we've called it the baby bird. So you're going to open up and yawn, but it's going to close and open your mouth. Ready? You'll be able to see it. So it's going to make me yawn too. Again, you don't have to make any noises. If you feel like you can't do noises at first because it sounds silly, perfectly fine. It's stretching all the neck muscles, stretching the jaw muscles, where we often hold a lot of that pain, that stress, that tightness, that gotta get this done, focus kind of thing. So this is helping you release it. Do that as many times as you need and throughout the day, because again, we're holding it all day, right? So basically what you're doing is you're looking up, dropping your jaw, and kind of pushing it forward. So making you have an overbite, underbite, whatever. You're making your jaw go forward. And as you do that, it stretches it even further. So notice when you have it here, and then stretch the jaw forward. You're going to feel all of this stretching right here. And as you turn your head, do it here, here. And then the further up you look, the more you stretch. If you want to add more to it, you actually, there's little tiny muscles in here, and even the skin. You actually put your hand against it, push, and pull down a little. So you're actually pulling down the muscles in the skin, which gives it a little more stretch. Now, at this second, guys, we're not totally in calming meditation because you're thinking. But after I go through this, I'm going to just have us do it so you don't have to think about it. But you can watch this over and over again to help yourself get used to this. And you don't have to think about all the details I'm sharing with you now, just this first time. So now, as we're moving into it, there's, again, so many things you can do. Step into a power pose, whatever that pose looks like. You want to be like this, like, oh, you want to be like this, ta-da, rah, 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 whatever that power pose looks like for you. For some people, it's like, yeah, yeah, you know, it doesn't even matter. And again, you don't have to have sound, but you can. And the idea is like, yeah, nobody's there, so you're not showing off or anything, but you can do it with others and be like, yeah, and they're like, yeah. And the idea is to get you in this space of like, I'm meditating on strength. I'm meditating on power. I'm meditating on confidence. I'm meditating on fun. It means you're just focusing on it with all of your focus. You can have fun. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're meditating, power pose. Right? It doesn't have to be so stiff. Let yourself have fun with it. If you did this with the kids, they'd have so much fun with you. So keep allowing that kind of experience. Power pose, whatever it is. Some people, they like to do this one, like where they're all, oh, you can't tell, where they're all like bent forward or whatever. I don't really care for that. But if that makes you feel powerful, go for it. Now, you can't tell, but my feet are also open wide. So my feet are shoulder length, shoulder distance, a little more than shoulder distance apart, actually. And so I've got a solid stance. So this power pose goes from top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. Yeah. And so the whole body is involved. All right, so let me see what other one that I created for you. Oh, this one's really good. So this one is your support hold, right? And so you could do support hold to your heart. Right? You can do one hand to your heart and one hand go underneath your hair to the back of your neck. Just like if you were to hold a baby or to hold a loved one. Just feel that support and that love. Brings you right into your heart and into that calm. So it's okay to have energized and then calm. They're both just as fun. Another hold you can do, keep your hand behind your neck and hold your tummy. Not like it's in pain, but like you're supporting it. And where it feels good for you. So what feels good for me is my diaphragm, but you might like to hold right a little bit lower. So whatever feels good for you, you might like to hold mid-tummy. If it feels good to have both hands here. And do it in a place of support and love. If you have trouble with that, then allow the love to come from someone else that loves you, right? Or from nature, or from God, right? Just feel God's love wrapping around you, holding you. I feel nature's warmth wrapping all around me. I feel that love of my loved one just wrapping around me. And another hold you've seen all the time, right? Just like a big bear hug. And if you want to add to it, you can take a sweater, a towel, just bring it around you, right? Snuggle right into it. And then just add that hug, right? Take it and pull so you feel it around you. Just feel that wrapping around, right? That support hold. And when you do this, you're helping your body calm and relax. You're helping your central nervous system calm and relax, which also will automatically help your peripheral nervous system. So your nervous system inside, your organs, your nerves, and then your peripheral, your outer, your arms, all that stuff's feeling relaxed and energized at the same time, right? How cool is that? You can have both, and they're both just like, wow, feels so much lighter. I've got all this energy, right? Now, there's some other things you can do with your lower half as well. Now, I'm not going to do as much with any of these, but there's so many more. So if you want more ideas, just let me know. We can actually set up an individual session and walk you through what does your body need? Do you have particular pain or issues somewhere that it needs that extra support? Let me know, and then I can help you with it, right? So for me, I need to do a lot of back stuff, which I'm not including in here today. But there's one that's actually really good. And this one I like to call the praise flower or body bend, whichever one that you like. And I call it a praise flower because you're coming from here and you're opening up and you're opening up. And I like, when I'm in this position, I just think about praising God. I just think, I love you so much, right? You know, send your love, I'm here, send me hugs, send me love, right? On your hands, on your feet. And then we're coming back all the way down to the tippy toes. Now, I also like to call this, as you're touching your toes, it's almost like another separate tender toe touch, right? So you're bringing love over your whole body, right? So you're bringing that love of praise that you were bringing up here and that love that's coming back to you, bringing it over your body, all the way down, touching those tender toes. And you feel that stretch in your legs, your glutes, your back, just opening it up in the back as you get that stretch. And then as you're creasing, now having a wide stance, so you don't hurt your back, opening your arms all the way, and only go to where it feels good for you. You could hurt your back if you bend too much, so don't bend too much. And then you're up, 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 and you feel that stretch in your arms, your pecs, which we very rarely get those stretched out the way that we need to, right? And you can move your arms around. Praise doesn't mean you're standing still. All the way up and then bring it back down into that flower petal pose to those tender toes, bringing that love all the way through the whole body to those tender, 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 all the way up. And just notice how this is very strong. You could be a very strong man doing this experience. You can use the word tender and still be strong and still be manly. How manly is it that you're able to be tender with your own body and tender with your wife or your girlfriend? Tender with your kids? Like, that's manly. People look at that and they're just like, oh, I'm melting. So don't think that this is only like a woman thing. This is a human thing. Connect with your body from top down. Help it to feel good. Help it to feel loved. Okay, so now we're going to do this all together, right? Oh, there's also the yes neck and the no neck, right? I kind of did that a little bit just on my own, but like yes neck, right? And when you're thinking about this, think about all the things you get to say yes to. You get to say yes to abundance. I get to say yes to self-care. I'll turn ahead and still say yes that way. I get to say yes to all the beautiful things in my life. Yeah. I get to say yes to a healthy balance. I get to say yes to, and then fill in the blank. And then no. Right? Now, I have a limited range of motion if I don't do my stretches. And so you're seeing me at the beginning of my day. And so I can only go here before it starts to hurt a little bit. Do what works for you. Hurt yourself. Here I can go a little bit further. But each time I do it, I can help myself as well. Get a little bit of stretch in, and it goes a little bit further. So I'm saying no to telling myself I can't. I'm saying no to telling myself I don't want to stretch. I'm saying no, telling myself fill in the blank. And just notice how you're getting that stretch on. All right, cool. So You can do this seated, laying down, any of these things, right? All right, so pretend we're just getting started. Mind melt. I'm going to allow that beautiful thing, or all of them, to wash over us. Music, even the musical notes, or just the musical sound washing over my body. The waterfall crashing over my body, light, peace, tranquility, of abundance, of self-love. All of it just continuing to wash over me, and not just over my skin, but deep within my DNA, deep within all of my organs, deep within my muscles. So I'm feeling so good. As I'm doing this, I'm already beginning to feel that mind melt, as my mind is helping my body to relax with these thoughts and these things I'm meditating on. My body just feels like stretching itself out and moving. And so then the yes, no, to your neck. You continue to focus on that love, that light that's washing over you. All of a sudden, I imagine a blue, beautiful light washing over my body, helping all the feeling, creating that yes into my life of everything I want, everything I deserve, everything that I need. No to the things that I don't need. No to the things that are getting in the way. And you can see I'm not doing anything like, oh, gotta check the numbers or gotta. If you feel like you need to slow down, slow down. If you want to speed up, make sure you're not going to hurt yourself, but you can go a little faster. I think I'm going at a pretty good speed, so I wouldn't go any faster. The idea, too, is not to hurry up and get it done. And I noticed, too, this is one more stretch, so I'm going to slow it down. Right? So you can change your pace. This isn't like a rote routine, right? Okay. So we're going to do power pose. Da-da-da. And you can do more than one. Do it for like 60 seconds if you feel like it. That's actually the best number to pick. And don't get caught up in, what do I got to do today? Stay in, oh, powerful. I'm making a difference. I love when I help people smile. I love all of the people I'm going to be calling today and reaching out today and making a difference for them. Even if they're not going to decide to be a client of mine, it's going to be so good because I'm going to give them tools and supports. Yeah, it's going to be great. I love all the differences and changes that I help. Yeah, I'm feeling really strong. Oh man, so glad I'm taking care of my body. It's feeling so much more relieved and awake and alive. This is cool. Yeah, I like this power pose. Sweet, right? And yes, I feel silly. It doesn't matter. I get to do it, and I get to do it, and I get to help you and make that change. You know, like it's music, man. So, and notice I'm going down my body so I can keep in mind. And if you forget, just add whatever else it is you want. Oh, you don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. So let me go ahead and stretch my arm, right? So allow yourself to be kind, be supportive, just get started. Okay, so next thing I am going down the body. There's some other stuff, but we can't go into everything. So, right, we're gonna do that body bend or that praise pose, right? The flower. All right. Oh wait, why is that? Give me 1 second. It looks like, nope, we're still on record. Okay, so this is the praise flower. We're going to close up all the way down, touching those tender toes, meaning we're bringing that tenderness over our body all the way to our toes. Feeling a nice, good stretch. And you can allow yourself to hang out here a little bit. You can even let your head hang down, like just lazy. Now, if you think lazy is a negative word, then don't think about lazy. Just think about relaxation. But I like to think I'm letting my head be lazy because it never gets a chance. It's always having to hold things up. And then you bring the body all the way up. And then you're going to open those petals, the flower petals, right? And get that good stretch in. Your legs are open wide to hold that stretch. Feeling the stretch in your pecs, feeling it in your back, releasing. And again, I like to think of that praise. Hi, God. Good morning. I love you. Thank you for today. Thank you for waking up myself and my husband. Thank you for my clients. Thank you for the folks on Facebook that are going to be with me today. Thank you. Bringing it all the way down, bringing that tenderness all the way down to your toes. Get a nice good stretch in. And sometimes while I'm down here, I like to like stretch a little to the right and a little to the left. So again, add what you need to feel really good. All right, awesome. Oh, that feels good. You know what? One more. My body says one more. I don't know what your body says. If it says it's done, then just wait on me a second. All the way down, one more. I'm noticing the stretch that's going on in my body. It's feeling so good. Probably that's why it wanted one more. And I'm also lifting up my calves and pointing my toes to the ground because that's an extra that I get to do because my calves kind of lock up at times. And then I can actually lean back and stretch the calf that way as well. So like I said, you can add in whatever it is that you want quickly, right? This isn't taking us long at all. And this section that I'm going over with you, as you do just that, it's going to go even quicker. You can do it in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on what you'd like. You can do one meditative thought of this process all the way through, or you can allow yourself to be in each section and do a little bit more with each one. Sound good? Now there's a lot you can do with your legs as well. You can sit and stretch. You can bring your legs up and stretch. You can march in place. You can bring your legs up, get a good stretch in. Bring the leg up there, get a good stretch in. Out to the side, out to the side. Now I didn't do much with the legs today because that's a whole other thing. How do you feel? I can feel the blood flowing through. I can feel that I got more breath going in. I feel like this tightness is opened up. You feel more alive. I feel more rejuvenated. I feel more connected with you guys. I feel like we're making a difference in the world. Like, yeah, I really, each one of those, as I stepped into it, I was like, yeah, this feels really good. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear, as you took on this meditative movement practice, what came up for you? That love that you were pouring into yourself, that learning of holding, what you'd like to do. Oh, see, the holding piece, I didn't remember the holding piece in the last part. Add in that holding piece right after your power pose or before your power pose. See? You can add, you can take away, whatever you'd like. I love you guys. I appreciate you. So you take care of you. And then the last thing I want to ask you, when you share with me what you were able to do with this. How were you able to bring it up? Where did you start? What did it look like after? Right now, I feel love. I feel joy. I feel peace. Enlightenment? A little. I do feel even a little of that. So share with me where you were at. And it's okay if you're like, I was so pissed. Now I'm just at neutral. That's okay. That's improvement. If you're like, I didn't feel anything. I didn't get anything. Well, it just means that your whatever was going on here is super strong. And, you need a little bit more time in this. Or there's something else that you need help with getting cleared out. And so I help people that are dealing with those blocks and those different areas that are keeping them. Or you might just be like, I just feel sad all the time. I'm just stuck in this grief. I can't get out. So feeling anything else is too difficult. That's what I'm here for. Or if it's just something as simple as, I just can't seem to move through my business. I don't know what it is. And it shows up in my relationship as well. Then let me know. We can set up a time, go over your questions, go over your concerns, go over and see what the issue really is and get you started with an action plan. So you don't have to be stuck with that anymore. Get that out of your way. All right, you guys, bring it in. Bring in that support hold, but this time you're going to share it with everybody else. Yay. You take care of you. And I love to hear from you. So please do keep in touch with me. Let me know if you'd like to start by setting up a call. You can also go to sparkshope.life/book-online. And you can just set it up right there. You don't have to call. Or you can call or text me at 954-657-3407. You take care of you, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm heading over to Clubhouse right now to do a mindset reset there. So if you'd like to join myself and Miss Miriam, I'd love to see you there. It's actually called Mindset Reset Wednesdays. So you can find us. And we're going to be live right now. So if you drop on Clubhouse, see what's live, you'll be able to see us. All right, you guys. Bye for now.